Seventh inning stretch here with you live. Playoffs are here. We got a lot of game threes to get into tomorrow. Got some good series on the line. Dodgers, Reds going at it right now. Seventh inning stretch. Let's get going. I'm Darren Breyer here with you. Seventh inning stretch here on a Wednesday night. Playoffs are here, people. We got 3 game threes here. The Dodgers just took the lead against the Reds. Reds trying to battle. They're in the top of the 5th right now. Of course, put on that Superman cape. Kiki Hernandez again coming up big for the Dodgers as well here. Dodgers lead 3-2 against the Reds. Reds trying to force a game 3. If they do pull it off, and we'll have 4 elimination games tomorrow. So a lot on the line tonight with Dodgers Reds. We'll get into the playoffs a little bit. We'll get into manager talk a little bit. Some stats from the year that kind of caught my attention as well. Be a little shorter show tonight, but we'll give you some content tonight, some baseball-wise. Let's start with the playoffs. Obviously a lot on the line. I always find it funny how Major League Baseball sets up the playoffs like it's like when the NBA fans out there, if you see Pacers, Raptors, you know it's gonna be on NBA TV, right? So of course, Guardians, Tigers, they get the early start. They get the 10:08 start out here Pacific time. Terrible West Coast times here for playoffs, but I digress. Guardians, excuse me. Man, the team continues to amaze me. They continue to show just that heart, that Stephen Vogt kind of heart that you expect from them. They lose yesterday 2-1 in a great outing by Scooble. And they come back today, tied 1-1 in the 8th. They get 5 in the bottom of the 8th. Naylor with a home run as well. And they end up winning 6-1 over the Tigers to force a game 3. Tigers had their chances early in the game, had a few chances. They just could not deliver with a runner in scoring position. Tigers have begotten decent pitching so far to start out the playoffs as well. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow's game. Kind of interested how that plays out. I'm going to lean towards the Guardians in that game as well with the Tigers. The fact that they had that 15.5 game lead, they're down to where they are now. I'm going to go Guardians, pull that one out there, and they advance. Another AL series, obviously, with the Red Sox, Yankees. Yankees won the big game today, 4-3 on the single by Austin Wells there. That gives them a shot in the arm, and Chisholm scores from first base on the play there, and they tie up the series. The one thing with the Yankees, though, as we look back to game 1, 2, is just the bullpen is going to continue to be just massive question marks. As even if they do advance, I still have concerns about that. But here's Wells. Let's get everything kind of set here. Here's Wells RBI to get the Yankees the lead 4-3. They would hang on here in game 2. Here we go.
Austin Wells, and he lines one into right field. Fair ball. Chisholm to third. He's being waved. Eden coming home. Here's the throw. And he's safe. And the Yankees have a lead on Austin Wells' single. And the speed of Chisholm.
So Wells obviously comes up big. Didn't have the best regular season that you would ask for, but he came up big today with the big single there. What base running there? Close, good throw from right field. Gets under the tag there, and the Yankees have a little life. I know Yankees fans, they get a little bit from Judge today. All right, showed up a little bit there, so they get that from him. But it'll be interesting game 3 how this plays out. And of course, a Red Sox Yankees elimination game. Nobody's gonna have a problem. Who would have known? Early for Schiller, and we got ourselves a game 3 elimination game. 3:08 start here Pacific time, 6:08 there Eastern time, and obviously big game for both. And we go back to game 1. Crochet was awesome for the Red Sox, just absolutely awesome for them. My concern for the Yankees, again, is that bullpen, though. They were really good today. Rondon went 6. Williams gets the win. They end up pitching 3 scoreless innings. How much does Boone trust Weaver after his outing in game 1? Will they just go back to Williams again? I would think they would in a clutch situation earlier in the game, and fifth Bender at the end of the game. A lot on the line for the Yankees. I would say more so than the Red Sox. I know Red Sox Nation would probably disagree with that, but it feels like a big game for Aaron Boone and the New York Yankees. And when I say Aaron Boone, the manager position, maybe it's not on the line, but it does feel like there's maybe a potential for the Yankees to make a move if they don't end up pulling out this game. So big things to watch for tomorrow in that Yankees-Red Sox game. The story was really good for the Red Sox as well today. Obviously, in elimination games, you're always wondering about who scores first and where the bullpen is at. And Chapman obviously was able to got himself into a bases-loaded, no-out situation there in game 1 in the 9th inning, was able to work his way out of it. Still would kind of lean towards the Red Sox in this game. And, yeah, I know the Yankees are at home, but I think the Red Sox, they have a little bit more – it just feels like a little bit more heart, I guess is the word. Dog is the word. And the Yankees do have the names. They have Judge. If they can start getting hits from the Wells and guys like that, maybe I'll feel a little bit differently. But I just have too many question marks in a close game with the Yankees bullpen. And so I would tend to lean towards the Red Sox to finish out this game 3, the elimination game here. But it's been a great series. I've enjoyed watching the first 2 games. Second game today was more radio for me, but first game I got to watch a lot of. Was really into that one. And the finishes in both games have been excellent. And that's all you can ask for in a playoff. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. And what the winner obviously will play Toronto in that series. So excuse me, a lot on the line there tomorrow in game 3. National League, Cubs Padres. Kind of an interesting kind of first 2 games, been low scoring. Today was an interesting game in terms of the Cubs go with Kitteridge in game 2. He goes 1 inning. They bring the ball to Imanaga. He goes 4 1/3. I think 4 2/3. He doesn't do all that well. Gives up 3 runs. Gives up the big home run to Machado in today's game. And then Cease doesn't go very long as well in the game today too. So kind of a weird bullpen game in terms of how both teams decided to use their teams. Miller went 3 innings or went yesterday as well, so they were able to save him. He'll be available obviously tomorrow is all hands on deck in any situation that you can have there with it. But let me get Machado's home run here on the stage. So here we go.
And Machado cracks the first pitch to deep left field. Ian Happ will watch it go. Manny Machado destroys the first pitch splinter. The Cubs do not turn to the bullpen, and Machado hits it over the bullpen. 3-0 San Diego.
And what do we talk about coming into this game? It's got to be the dudes. And for the Padres, it is Tatis, it is Machado. I give Tatis a ton of credit for taking the walk, something he could not do yesterday, chasing pitches outside the zone to get on base.
Mr. Mays, one of our guys that always tunes into the show. If you're out there, how you feeling? How you feeling out there? Big game 3 tomorrow. Padres and Cubs. It'll be interesting how they use their bullpens. It feels like a heavy bullpen game tomorrow. Heavy bullpen game in terms of where both teams are going to go with it. I just can't imagine either manager, especially the Padres, letting anything go too late. They have Darvish going. To understand that Italian for the Cubs, but both these guys are going to be on extremely short leashes. Any sense of trouble, they're going to go to the bullpen. Padres bullpen was excellent today. My buddy Tyler texted me, he says, he's hurt. He didn't go very far, but no injury for him. Padres just trust their bullpen. Remember, folks, back to last year, the bullpens pitched more innings than starting pitchers. So just something to think about as we kind of get there with the Padres and Dodgers. And we have, like I said, we have the Reds and the Dodgers going at it right now. Reds are down 3-2 as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning. middle of the fifth inning. Dodgers got a 3-2 lead, so they're looking to eliminate the Reds tonight over in LA. So we'll see what happens there with them. And like I said, it will just be very interesting with these three series that are still going on outside the Reds, Dodgers, how those game three shake out and what's going to be on the line for them once they do. So a lot of big things going on tomorrow, Major League Baseball. I'll probably have to do a little reaction show as well this weekend based on how the games play out. Tomorrow, obviously, no NFL back. We got Rams, Niners as well there, but we got baseball in the full swing here in October. A couple of things I wanted to also touch on before we get out of here is a lot of managerial stuff. We got Melvin that the Giants ended up firing after 2 seasons. Finished 81-81. I have been saying on this show, I thought that the Giants not necessarily underperformed. Obviously, when the Reds make it with the record they did, you feel like the Giants, there's a good chance they could have. But the Giants just lacked the consistency, and they lacked the offensive consistency. The defense was just not good at times, and the pitching did not hold up. So what do you get? You get 81-81. Farhan was the GM for the Giants when they hired Melvin. Posey gave him the extension earlier this year, but you could just see the writing on the wall that it wasn't Posey's guy. I think he has a lot of respect for Melvin. Melvin, I think, had respect for the players had respect for Melvin. But the way the team played, a lot of poor execution, and some people will make the argument that, hey, that's not on the manager. Once the games get going, players got to show up. And I agree with that to a certain extent. But Giants were sloppy at a lot of times. They were sloppy a lot this year. Be interesting if Melvin bounces back, if he ends up anywhere. But then the rumors with the Giants, with Bochy being not returning to the Rangers, does Posey bring back his guy Boch? And do they try that? Or does he get his new guy that's maybe going to be around for a longer time? So a lot of questions to be answered here in San Francisco as they miss out on the playoffs when there was a good chance they should have been able to make in based on the Reds' record this year. They probably should have gotten in. So big disappointment there for, I know, Giants fans. And then Melvin in particular, 2 years. He's been around for a long time. I could see him bouncing back again with another organization. He's been on the West Coast a ton, Diamondbacks, Mariners, A's, Giants. So I'll be curious where he ends up next year. Does he take the year off? But the Giants have a lot of questions to answer. They did get Adames that had 30 home runs for the first time this year. We also have Pujols rumors going on as well. Does Pujols become the Angels manager? Which would be kind of funny to think about. I don't know. It's weird for me to think of Pujols as a manager. I don't know what it is for me to do there with it. I do want to go back to the Giants real quick. Posey did say he's not considering Bochy for manager, so that kind of puts any rumor mill there out of the question. The Braves manager Syndergaard won't return as well. He'll be out. World Series champ from a few years back. He goes Rockies GM after 119 last season. Goodbye as well. So it's a few changes there along the line. I'd be interested. Again, I'm really interested in what the Giants will do because I feel like they went all in with the Devers trade. So what do they do with the managerial position? And the Angels and the Pujols is a big deal as well. Be curious to see where everything ends up there. A couple stats I wanted to get into that I just thought were interesting from this year. Nothing like totally stands out, but like the Kurtz 36 home runs as a rookie, beyond impressive. But the batting averages. We had Judge bat 331, Bichette 311, Jacob Wilson 311, Springer 309, Pena 304. Turner is the only guy. Trey Turner is the only guy to bat over 300 in the National League, batting 304. Crazy to think that one guy in the National League batted over 300. One stinking guy. I mean, if you look at the top 15 players, 4 of them, I think, from the National League total in terms of 300. So just not not what you're used to in terms of stats. So I thought that was a crazy stat. Only one guy was able to make it over 300. All right, my predictions for tomorrow's games. Tigers, Guardians. Tigers left 15 guys on base tonight, so they probably should have won. I'm going Guardians. Guardians seem to have a little bit more resolve than the Tigers. I'm going Guardians. They pull it out tomorrow. Cubs, Padres. I'm going Padres to get the road win to advance in the playoffs. I think to play the Phillies is where they're at with it. And finally, we go. I go over to the AL. Yankees and Red Sox. I'm taking the Red Sox to win tomorrow to eliminate the New York Yankees. And let's pretend. I don't think it's going to happen. We'll say tonight that the Reds, they pull it out. They're able to get the win tonight. They got bases loaded top of the 6th inning right now with Hayes up, which could happen. I'm going to take the Dodgers. Sorry, Reds. I'm going to go with the Dodgers to pull it out in the clutch game 3. A lot on the line, people. Been with you all year long. Hope to be with you a little bit more during the postseason as well. A lot to get into. Look like Victor Zambrano. There he is right there. He look at fake football analyst. Good to see you there with it on the show. Yeah, it'd be interesting how games shake out. It'd be kind of fun to have with the Reds winning. It would be fun to have 4 elimination games along with a little Thursday night football there. Fake football analyst. Would have a lot going there on a Thursday night. But that's my breakdown for the playoffs right now. I'll be with you later this week to kind of hit on the divisional round and where we lie there. So we'll wait for tomorrow's games to play out. I'll probably jump on with you Thursday as well to give a little breakdown there. Hopefully I'll have maybe my guy Tyler join me again as well. So looking forward to it, baseball fans. It's the time of year, great time of the month. October is one of the best around it. But we'll see you guys next week on 7th Inning Stretch. Peace.